Oh my lord, if this story is true, Madonna is a trifling heifer. TMZ writes, and I quote, Madonna's people have concocted a scheme to snag precious parking spots in front of her super expensive New York City apartment, and the authorities came down on them like a brick. Madonna, who lives in a $40 million upper Upper East Side townhouse, apparently wanted to claim some prime parking spaces. Problem is, they were public spaces, not hers. So we're told her people peppered the area with, quote, tenant parking only signs. She also had someone emboss a, quote, no parking warning curbside in cement. For bad measure, they painted the curb yellow. Now, for the record, if you want to see actual pictures of this crap, the tenant parking only sign and the yellow curb with no parking put into the cement, there's a link on my blog that'll take you to the TMZ website. You can see this crap for yourself. She is off the chain. Anyways, one neighbor who smelled a rat contacted the city's Department of Transportation. Stop the story right there. Sounds like this neighbor was a rat. Yo, snitching ass. Nah, I'm just kidding. I think this is worth snitching over because this is crazy. Anybody who goes through these extreme measures to steal parking spaces is just off the freaking chain. I still raw dog Madonna though. Give her a damn groove back and a bad back and acne. Anyway, back to the story. One neighbor who smelled a rat contacted the city's Department of Transportation. Someone from the agency paid a visit Wednesday and told Madonna's people the signage had to be removed. Stat. By the way, the neighbor tells TMZ when she questioned a man standing outside Madonna's pad next to 3 SUVs about putting these signs up, the man responded, quote, we know the right people. Well, apparently so does the neighbor. We reached out to Madonna's people. So far, no word back. End quote. So that was the first story. I'm going to read to you guys the second story, but let me say this first. People with this disgusting attitude, you know, where they say things like, well, we know the right people. In other words, we can break the law. We can just do whatever we want because we know people who will cover up for us. We know people who will vouch for us and say, you know what? I agree with their foolishness. All this lawlessness, I just personally can't get with it. I mean, it really irks my nerves. You know, I wish we were at a point where people were punished by the law for doing certain things. A lot of people just get away with just doing whatever the hell they want to do. And the law really should step into situations like this where somebody's going to say something like, well, you know, I know the right people. That person should automatically be charged severely because they're basically saying, you know what, screw the law, screw the rules. I can break them because I know the right people who will cover up for me or whatever. And it's more than wrong. But anyways, the second story goes on to say, Madonna says she has exclusive rights to the curb outside her New York City residence, claiming the concrete in question is actually her personal driveway that leads into her private parking garage. The Department of Buildings tells us that the singer does indeed have the right to a clear driveway, but she doesn't have the right to paint the curb or put up no parking signs on public property. As TMZ first reported, Madge's neighbor was pissed. She had a tenant parking only sign and a yellow painted curb in front of her place. The neighbor looped in the Department of Transportation, who demanded Madonna remove the fake sign in addition to the dot repainting the curb. According to the Department of Buildings, Madonna has the right to tow people using her spot, but she can't deter them with unauthorized signs. Madonna just Instagram quote, yes, bitches, I am Madonna, and that is my driveway. And if people park in front of it, I can't drive in my driveway. So sorry, the city doesn't like the color yellow. We will paint a nice dull gray to keep our neighbors happy. Sorry, I'm saying 3 extra Hail Marys this Easter for this transgression. End quote. So here's the deal. Wow. What the hell does Mary have to do with Easter? Rabbits don't lay eggs. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother video. Talking about the origins of Easter. Anyways, let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com. Follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine. Do you think Madonna should be able to put up no parking signs and paint the street yellow if she chooses to? Or do you think she went overboard? I don't think she should have done this. I think she overstepped her boundaries, but I still raw dog her. Let me know what you think about it all below. Meat Magazine.